welcome to a brand new episode of Coming Distractions brought to you by the Nerdpocalypse podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Terrence.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. It's been a minute since we've done a review, actually, just because there's been nothing of interest that has come out for us to review.
Wow, that's right.
It's been a while.
Review?
I don't know, but it was like early August. So, yeah, we are back. This episode, we're going to talk about, we literally just left the screening for The Predator. This is Shane Black's latest, going back into the Predator franchise, starring Boyd Holbrook, Sterling K. Brown, Olivia Munn, Keegan-Michael Key, and Trevante Rhodes. So, Terrence, what were your... Well, actually, let me give a brief summary of what the movie is, and then I'll get your impressions. So this one is sort of ignoring all of the Predator sequels, from my understanding, except for Predator 2. This is kind of starting off after Predator 2 in modern time, obviously. The idea is
20 years after it, basically.
Yeah,
Predator took place in 97.
Yeah, 80. What did they say? 87, 97
now.
And yeah, just about. Yeah, not bad. So the idea is this guy, Quinn McKenna, who's played by Boyd Holbrook, he's a sniper and he's on some mission in a jungle, of course. And he ends up seeing this alien ship crashing at the same time he's doing this operation. He gets pulled in by the military because they're like, they want to find out like what he saw and everything else. And you kind of come to find out the military knows way more about the Predators than we've ever known, right? And one of the main sort of scientists, kind of guy in charge is Sterling K. Brown, who plays, it couldn't be more of an 80s name. His name is Will Traeger, which is like, it should just be John Matrix or something like that, right? So then Quinn McKenna gets dumped into this, like, he gets dumped on this bus with a bunch of other crazies, and that's who you see in the trailer: Trevante Rhodes and Keegan-Michael Key, and like all these guys. Thomas Jane is one of them.
I was like, is that Thomas Jane?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even recognize him.
He's playing a very different role than he normally plays.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah. So he gets dumped with them, and then, as you saw in the trailer, another alien comes hunting for the first Predator. Another Predator comes hunting for the other Predator, and action ensues. So I'll leave it at that. And Olivia Munn is a scientist who gets brought in as well to check out the Predator. What were your thoughts on this?
I had a blast. Like, it was fun. Like, it's a hard R, which it needed to be.
Yeah.
It's incredibly funny. Like, the writing in this movie is hilarious. Like, it's funnier than I thought it could ever possibly be. Like, there was
definitely funnier than it even deserved to be.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. There were scenes where we literally just burst out laughing because it was like, no, that shit is funny.
Yeah,
like, it's very funny.
And not to cut you off, but like, it wasn't funny because like this is so goofy it's funny. They were purposeful lines.
It was like listening to like a very funny podcast, ours, and just laughing with the with like the fellas or whoever. It like the dialogue. I can't stress this enough. Like, the dialogue is really good.
Yeah,
well, like it's great. Everybody was actually, like, Olivia Munn was great.
Yeah, she was.
Boyd Holbrook, I've only seen him in one other movie, probably more than one other movie, but he was good as like the badass.
He's the lead, basically.
Yeah,
the Schwarzenegger character.
I remember when the casting came out. I'm like, Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah, why is he in this?
What? He was good. I actually,
because he's very much the comic relief of the movie.
Yeah.
He was hilarious.
Yeah,
they wrote some really great lines for him.
And everyone else, it was... Yeah, I really liked it. And Sterling K. Brown was just... I can't... That dude's a star.
He really is. And,
like, his presence on screen is just like, that dude is really fucking cool.
The funny thing is, I didn't know, like, all the stuff I saw of Sterling K. Brown, like on This Is Us and things like that, I always thought, like, he's a really good dramatic actor.
Yeah.
Like, without a doubt, deserves all the accolades he gets. When they cast him in this, I was like, is he going to be in Predator? Like, come on, how is that going to work? Is he going to just, like, try to make us cry? Because, like, he's really good at that.
That's his forte. Yeah,
right.
He tends to do that a lot.
And he's really good at it. But in this, him playing, like, this kind of...
He's a dick.
He's a prick.
He's a fucking ass.
But he nails it. He really does command. He steals every single scene he's in.
He does. He certainly does. Like, I'm like, yeah, that dude can do anything at this point.
Yeah, he's a true star, man. Like that guy deserves all the accolades he gets and more. Yeah. Absolutely. He was able to transition from very, serious drama to just a dick flick. Like it just is. Like that's just what these movies are.
Definitely. Like, dude, I like the whole audience was just like they were into it. It's a great movie. Like as far as action movies go, it's not the best, but just go see it. Honestly, but we'll get into it a little bit more.
Like I thought the CGI was a little dodgy in parts.
Yeah.
Like I thought pretty much all of the dialogue really hit. Like for me, it did. I thought they nailed it. They talked like military guys, where they're kind of corny in some parts, but then like when shit's like going down, like they get serious and stuff like that. I thought it was really well done. The cast of the kind of loony guys was really good.
Trevante Rhodes is also really good too.
Yeah, he was great.
Like this is the second movie I've seen him in.
He was third. Yeah, I think maybe the third. He was in Moonlight.
I can't remember what else he was in.
Yeah,
but he actually played a bigger part than I thought he was going to play.
Oh yeah, I thought he was just going to be a throwaway.
Yeah, he was in the whole movie. Basically, he was really good. He's another guy that I feel like he might be a star in the making.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Yeah. I'm trying to think. What was the other thing he was in? Burning Sands he was in.
Yeah, that's it. He played the head guy. Right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I actually liked him in that too. So yeah, what's your score for this one?
I'm 4.5.
Wow. Okay,
I really enjoyed it. Like it's just fun, man. Like if you want to go see a fun action, very violent, brutal action flick that harkens back to like the 80s. It got a little towards the end. The one thing about action movies is like I just pray that they stick the landing.
Yeah.
This didn't for me.
Okay, that's fair.
I was like, this ending is kind of, I don't like it too much, but it's fine.
And I totally, obviously we won't spoil it, but I totally understand your point.
Everything that was before it, like the build up was just so great, and then it was like,
okay, all right. I agree with you. But and I would argue the way the first movie, the original Predator, ends it works so well because of the power of Schwarzenegger in that. Because there's something about, and this isn't really much of a spoiler, but inherently to the Predator movies, or at least to the original, and this has a lot of callbacks to the original.
It does.
Like, you gotta have your hero, and then he's got his team of people.
Yeah.
But in the end, the hero's got to be the one to take on the Predator by himself.
Right.
And the power of Schwarzenegger works so well. And I think it's just because he's so fucking big, and it's just like you can see him going toe to toe with this Predator, that Boyd Holbrook is not as big. So it seems kind of
close.
No. So it seems slightly off, I think. That's
which is why I feel like they had to do the ending the way they did. Right. Because first of all, this Predator is way bigger.
Yeah, he's 11 feet tall.
Than the one in the original. So it's kind of like, my thing was like, how are they going to beat him?
Right. Exactly.
How are they going to pull this off? And like, while it was fine.
I totally understand. So one of the other things I was going to say about the movie is that I really liked is you can't help but to truly connect it just like mentally to the original more than because they use all of the original music.
Yeah, that was
which
cool.
Was
like in the
so
very
nice.
Beginning, I'm like, yeah, that's the music from the original movie.
Yeah, like the second he touches the Predator blood in the beginning, they start playing the fucking jungle music. You're like, we're back! Like that's awesome. And so they play all of the music from the original movie. I mean, I'm sure there's some added parts of the score, but that are new, but all of the original pieces of the score from the first one were there. Like they're like landing in a helicopter at one point, or somebody is landing in a helicopter at one point, and they play that same fucking music from the beginning of the original.
Yeah, like, they throw in some classic lines and all that.
Yeah. and some of them I thought, and again, I won't spoil what those lines are that they use. I mean, you can probably guess if you're a fan of the movies. But the way in which some of them are used, they put a little bit of a twist on, which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, you're saying 4.5. I'm gonna go a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was fun for action movie at the end of the summer. There's not a lot of competition right now, so I think it's going to do pretty well as we're moving into the doldrums of fall. I thought it was well placed in the calendar. It was a good time, man. I actually had a really good time.
It's really fun. Like, if you're a fan of the actual movies, I can't see why you wouldn't enjoy this.
Yeah. Now,
1, 2, and this. All the rest of them,
you can toss them. Now
that was all right, but.
So I will. Before we sign off, I will do the thing that everybody is going to want to ask. Where do you rank this in the list of Predator movies? Like, where is this one going?
Second. It's Predator, The Predator, and then Predator 2.
And then
I don't know
Predators, and
then
AVP 1, AVP 2.
I don't even know what those are.
I never saw AVP 2 because I saw AVP 1 and I was done with it.
Those are trash.
Yeah. That's my ranking too. The original Predator, this, Predator 2, then Predators.
Yeah.
And then, who cares? Yeah. Then Predator, the comic book. Who cares? Who gives a shit? It was
just
fun.
Go see it. It's just fun.
It was definitely fun. So yeah, if you are a fan of the Predator movies, go check out The Predator. It's out in theaters. By the time you're hearing this, it'll be out in theaters, I think, Friday. And in some places, it is already out. So check that out, and we will see you guys next time.
Take it.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.